We are taking steps that demonstrate how much we care about you. Our drive-through lanes will be available for daily needs, while in-person services can be scheduled by appointment. Take advantage of our online banking, our mobile banking app, and a friendly team member answering your call. Visit fsnb.net to learn more. First Southern National Bank, member FDIC.
Out of an abundance of caution and in your best interest, public access to the Princeton Electric Plant Board office is restricted. Normal business operations will continue utilizing the drive-through window. Bill payments using online methods, bank drafts, and credit cards are encouraged, but checks and cash will continue to be accepted methods of payment. Utilizing the free online payment system from the comfort of your own home is both safer and more efficient for you. You will only need your account number, which is located on your bill, and a credit card or debit card to use this convenient feature. In an effort to help our community and assist our neighbors during this time of uncertainty, Princeton Electric Plant Board invites customers to call the office if they need additional time to pay their electric bill due to the loss of work. We appreciate our customers and look forward to working through this together.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first.
This is Mike Gilkey, proudly serving Princeton, Kentucky and surrounding areas.
1580 103.3 WPKY. Oh, we love her to death, Miss Rhonda Jewell from the Caldwell County Extension Office. I'm in love with her planner. I need that.
You need an Erin Condren.
Whatever that is. And I don't think it's as much the planner as it is the chick that never fills mine out.
That's the key.
I need a Rhonda Jewell to fill my planner out once I get one.
I'm like, no.
I think she's on your own. How about that? What's going? You know what? We got to say congratulations to you too.
Thank you.
And I will tell you, we've been waiting on you being able to be in here, and I told that to Ashley the other day. I said, I'm just waiting for her to come in. I refuse to say anything until she gets in it. We're so proud of you.
Thank you.
Bless your heart. That is that's years in the making. That's not. You didn't just wake up and receive the award. What award did you win?
It's the John Swack Memorial Award, and it's basically a peer review award. So it's one that really means a lot because it was peer nominated, and it's you have to have so many years of service, and I've got 19 years of service, which is a long time, and just. I'm really not sure what the qualifications are. I don't feel that I was justified, but I am very honored to have received it. So it's one of my most special ones. So.
Well, I'll tell you, I think, again, when you say peers, you had some of the most wonderful comments on there were, the folks that had been able to work with you over the years really respected what you had done.
Yeah, and I appreciate that very much.
Well, I can tell you she loves those kids because I can see it in your eyes every time you talk about them, and I pick on her about her folder a lot when she comes in. But that's kids. That's your kids right there.
Yeah, and I couldn't keep my life straight. As a matter of fact, I did make a mistake today. I had something else down, and I emailed Ashley and Shane last night. I said, are we still supposed to meet with so-and-so at 9 o'clock? But it was something with them. But anyway,
right.
So it's not. So anyway, I was... glad to get that cleared up, but
I think that's amazing, though. I've been hearing a lot about the clover buds, and I know you guys are really busy. So tell us what 4-H has got going on right now.
Well, I do want to backtrack just a few minutes and give some kids some credit. We had 3 kids that did participate in the State Fair Swine Show. The only thing that happened with State Fair this year was the livestock showing, and again we had Daniel Laurent, Evan, and Eli Cotton. They all participated. Daniel actually was first in his class for his Duroc, and then he was also in the overall. He was a reserve grand champion, which is a major honor.
Wow.
And Evan Cotton was third with his lightweight gilt in the crossbreed class and fifth in Yorkshire Market Hog. Eli, his little brother, was third in class with his Duroc Market Hog and sixth in the Hefford Market Hog class. So anyway, those are all top 10, and we're very proud of those 3 to go forth and really it took a little extra effort because they always had to stay masked up. They had a lot of different regulations that they had to follow, and it was different for them. But I think they were really it was a good experience for them.
Oh yeah, because pigs love to be told what to do.
Oh yeah, I mean with a stick.
They just follow suggestions. They're like little puppy dogs. dogs like training chihuahuas. No,
Yeah.
they're not.
Yeah.
And I'm impressed with those kids because Daniel, he plays sports. He's very active, and plus he has he carries the grades at the same time, and then he works with the livestock. I mean. Little now I'm going to have a new Little E because now if Evan's brother is doing it too. That's another impressive family that they year in and year out have done so much with 4-H and livestock and ag in our area. So we want to congratulate those
They
kids.
work really hard.
Very,
and as a matter of
very
fact,
good.
Daniel actually had one of his pigs slaughtered over I guess it was like around the COVID time. And I bought some pork from him, and you talk about delicious pork tenderloins and bacon.
Well,
Awesome.
and again, I know a lot of people. Oh, a pig's a pig. No, it's not. No. They used to. It's so funny because if you really look it up, they get into what do you feed it? Do you feed? Oh, well, I feed mine ice cream. Well, I feed mine. There's different things that they, old farmers will swear by for the taste of the meat. But it's so neat to watch these kids learn now.
It is, and hopefully we're going to get ready for some livestock judging in the spring.
I hope so.
We do have our clubs that are starting. Typically, we would be in the classroom. However, COVID's changed all that for us. So we're actually just doing some after-school things, and a couple of the clubs that we have going. We have our craft club. Miss Rebecca Hendon is a leader of our craft club, and this year she's taken on another club. So she's got a beginner's class and an advanced class, and they're making some really cute stuff. She goes way out for these kids, and they have a really, really good time. The beginners met yesterday, and our advanced class is meeting this afternoon, and so they're making a really cute Halloween craft. And I think the kids yesterday were really excited, and it was just good it was so good. And I've had a few things that I've been able to get some of my teens together and stuff. It is so good to be able to be with kids again. It just warms my heart. Like last week we had our teen council are doing a service project for the schools, for all the teachers and the staff, and we're actually delivering those today. And last Friday we got together and we put them together, and the kids just had a ball just being together. Even though they had to stay masked up, they had to stay as far apart as possible. They just had a ball. So
I think they need it.
They do.
I've seen some of the things that they've been doing lately, and I'll tell you that I'm more and more impressed with those children as I watch them. And the kiddos, from the seniors all the way down to the littles. I mean, they put those masks on and they're like, okay, that's what I got to do. Sure.
Exactly.
They're just happy to be together and do their thing. And I think 4-H is a great example of that, because if you've ever seen examples of like the trash sculpture contest every year, we've got some crafters.
We do.
And some good ones at that. So I think that's fantastic.
We do. Well, we've got our advanced classes meeting this afternoon. We're also doing Clover Buds. It's more of an independent study or independent project stuff. Hopefully, as time goes on, we'll be able to meet in person. But right now, as far as space goes and activities go, and it's just too hard not to be able to socially distance. And we are doing it more of an independent learner type thing. So anyway, people can still sign up, and I think the deadline to sign up was next Tuesday. So you can still sign up for that, and you will be getting things as they come out. So anyway, we're excited about that.
Go sign your kids up. Get them involved. It's such a good program.
We've also got a lot of virtual things that are going on across the state. We have our virtual learning experiences. Our theme this year for Kentucky is Grow Kentucky 4-H, and each month there's going to be a focus on a different core curriculum or project area. And there are, let's see, what are those things? Several different areas and several different things each month. In October, it's going to be set. So if anybody's interested in science, engineering, technology, October is going to be the month to be watching out for that. And I always try to catch them. I put them on my Facebook page, and I always try to add them to my personal page also. So if you are friends with either of those, the Caldwell County 4-H or the Caldwell County Extension Service, or my personal page, hopefully you'll be able to catch those. You can also go to Kentucky 4-H, and you can catch them there also. But again, October is going to be set month. November is leadership and citizenship. January is Clover Buds. February is health. And I'll tell you the rest later, because they go on throughout the year. We also have some clubs, and I think I actually forgot to bring the information, but we have some virtual clubs that are going to be started throughout the state. virtual clubs. I know there's 2 cooking ones. One is Cooking with Chef T, which is one of the chefs at UK, and then there's also there's an agent in Jessamine County who has done these cooking things all summer long, and they're starting a club. There's some STEM activities and lots of other things, and I will be posting that on Facebook too. I have posted it once, and I meant to print it off. I couldn't get into the office this morning because they're striping the driveway, and so I was going to go by the office and get some stuff, and I just didn't have. I was not going to get wet feet, so
I don't blame you.
I can't stand
I
wet
don't
feet.
blame you. You don't need to have yellow. Yellow and green go good together. I'm just saying
They do, but not not right now. But anyway, they can catch that information on our Facebook page, and also try to put it up on our website. I'm trying to do some things to my website. It really needs a lot of work, and I think people are utilizing it more so than they ever have, and that does need some work on that. But anyway, we've got several virtual things, and we're really having some things that are coming out across the state, which are really making it good for us, because even though we've got a bunch of kids interested, if we don't have a leader for something, then it's not
right.
And it's let's face it, virtual is the way most things are happening now. I know I'm tired of it, and a lot of people are tired of it, but if we want to do things for a while anyway, until we get through this mess, it's going to have to be virtual. But
and I think
anyway.
you guys have been really good at coming up with ulterior ways to still get the same thing done in the end.
Yes.
And so the kids really, in some ways, they're not missing out on as much as what they could be.
Right. That's for sure.
So with that photography contest, I thought that was fantastic.
Well,
That's
speaking
such a good thing. I get
speaking
kicked.
of-
I love that calendar though. That's probably why it's selfish.
Yeah. Speaking of, there is a state photography contest. Calling all 4-Hers. The top 12 photos will be featured in the Kentucky 4-H calendar, and there are certain regulations. They have to submit it by October the 1st, and that information, if anybody's interested, I can give them that information. It is in the newsletter, which is posted on our county Facebook page.
And they just have to have 4-H in some way in the picture, right?
Yes, and National 4-H Week is next week, October the 4th through the 10th. And we're also going to be having some things countywide where if they don't necessarily want to participate statewide, if it's too competitive or they just don't really have the time or want to, they don't have to. But we're going to have some things that are going to be going on. One of those, like I mentioned, is our service project for the Caldwell County school staff. My teens have got this is kind of like Katie Trimble's brainchild. But they're fixing staff appreciation bags for the teachers and for the staff, for custodians, everybody that works in the schools. And again, we're going to be delivering this afternoon about 11:30. We're going to be having a photo contest. This photo contest is what 4-H means to me, and it can be in any of the 7 curriculum areas, such as family and consumer sciences, agriculture, STEM, science, engineering, technology. It can be on leadership. So a lot of different things. And pretty much anything that they would take a picture of would fall into one of those categories. So this is going to be a county project. There's a junior division, 9 through 13, and a senior division, 14 through 18. There are awards for each of those, like overall winners. So anyway, excited about that.
How cool.
There'll be information put on Facebook. Last night I was burning the candle, so trying to get this together. But it won't start until next week, but I'm going to get the information out today.
I think you've got a future leader there in Little Trimble.
Oh,
What do you
yeah.
think?
We've got several, but definitely, she's like me. She's a doer. So we've also got a coloring contest for ages 5 through 12 or from kindergarten through Cloverbud through 6th grade. And it's basically a scarecrow, and it's celebrating National 4-H Week. There's going to be, they compete between K through 1st, 2nd and 3rd, and 4th through 6th. And they can get the coloring sheets at Food Giant, or they can get them at the Extension office, or they can get them off of our Facebook page. They need to be delivered to the Extension office or to Food Giant, and that information will be coming out with this. But again, this is
Those
just
are
an
so
opportunity.
cute.
Yeah, my kids yesterday afternoon were so excited to hear about the coloring contest. So anyway, just another opportunity.
Coloring is like a serious thing now. It's not just haphazard.
Oh, I've taught workshops on coloring books for adults and coloring for adults because it's very relaxing. And
I love the color.
I do
ain't gonna
too.
lie.
I do too.
I will sit there and doodle all afternoon.
I have a hard time picking out the colors, though. I'm like, oh, would this look better?
Do you
Would this
do the
look better?
shading? Do you rub the?
Try to.
I do too.
I'm not very good, but I try to.
Oh, I didn't say I was good at it. I said I did it.
That's not why I do it, though. I do it because it's fun and
Yes.
it's relaxing. We also, throughout the week, are going to be having 4-H'er and volunteer shout-outs. We've got a lot of kids like the Laurents and like the Trimbles and like the kids in achievement. And we've got a lot of kids that are doing some great things that they need recognition for. And just to kind of shout out, we've got kids that just do nice things and are just kind kids. We want to give them a shout-out, too. Plus our volunteers, we don't want to forget them, because if it weren't for them, there wouldn't be 4-H. So
That's true.
Anyway, so those are some things. We're also doing some social media blast, and Monday is Marvelous Monday. You want to share why you think 4-H is so marvelous, or what?
We don't have enough time in this show. It wouldn't fit.
We've also got Thankful Tuesday, and this is thank a 4-H volunteer for something that they've done, or someone who has had a positive impact to you in your 4-H career. Wear Green Wednesday. This is for everybody. Wear the favorite 4-H T-shirt, or just wear green. If you don't have a T-shirt, just wear green to help celebrate 4-H. Throwback Thursday. Share your favorite 4-H memories on Facebook or Instagram. This is what I love, just to kind of hear some sweet tales. I have the new Livingston County 4-H agent is one of the Lyon County former 4-Hers, and I have a really fun story on her, but I'm not going to tell it on the radio. But I will never, every time I'll never forget it.
You might as I tattle on everybody. You might as well, Rhonda.
Well, she was in the 6th grade, and it was her first time to go to Teen Summit, which was held in Jabez, which is at Lake Cumberland 4-H camp. And we took a charter bus, and we had a whole bus load full of people, and it was her first time to really ever kind of get out of Lyon County. And so it was about 10:30 at night, and one of her roommates came knocking on my door, and she said, Miss Rhonda. Wanda wasn't there. I was watching her kids. And she said, Cherie's in the bathroom, and she locked herself out, and she won't come out. And so I went to the bedroom, and I knocked on the door, said, Cherie, honey, what's up? What's wrong? And she let me in the bathroom. She said, I left my teddy bear on the bus, and I can't sleep without it. And so I said, oh, honey, I'm sorry, but your teddy bear, you'll see him again whenever we get ready to leave, but your teddy bear's long gone. So anyway, but that's Cherie Rushing. She is in Livingston County now, serving as a 4-H agent. So really excited for Cherie, and really excited for Livingston County.
That is the cutest thing, though. I mean, and you love it when they grow up and they stay here.
Yes, exactly.
Or at least come back.
Exactly. Well, she's always had a heart for 4-H and was very, very involved, and she's going to be a wonderful asset to that county. And then, lastly, we have Feel Good Friday. This is where you would do something good for someone, or again, just be kind. So,
do you remember on those when we used to use VCR tapes, it'd say, please be kind and rewind on the front? That's what keeps going over and over in my head for some reason. I guess I watched enough VCR. Yeah. That'll tell me how old I am, since I remember that. But it doesn't take long. It doesn't cost nothing. It's free.
Exactly. And it sure does make you feel better to smile than it does to frown.
You never know. Somebody might need it today.
Exactly.
So we got National 4-H Week next week.
Yes, next week.
All right. Well, and all they have to do to become part of 4-H and let it be part of their personal week. How do they do that?
Just stop by the Extension office, call the Extension office, ask me on Facebook. And there's things that kids may want to be participating in. Some kids want to do everything. Some kids just want to do one thing, and that's perfectly fine. Hopefully, as time goes on and, this virus kind of gets a little better handled on it, we're going to be able to do more things and more in-person things. But right now our hands are kind of tied. I'm hoping to be able to do some things virtually with at the elementary school, even the middle school, and who knows, the high school. We're just we're game. But I know they have their hands full. So,
well, I will tell you, this lady's probably already writing a whole list of what she wants to do when this whole thing's over. So,
I'm hoping that we are planning on camp, and I will put the dates out there. We camp, and it's a little bit different this year. Our calendar was switched around, but we camp June the 15th through the 18th. And again, we camp with the same counties: Hancock, Logan, Lyon, Livingston, Trigg, and Caldwell. And we'll, that's one thing we got planned. We have some other things that we're planning, and we're just praying that they're gonna come through.
I think if we'll just all put our prayers and thoughts and positive energy into it.
If we have to camp in mass, we'll camp in mass.
There you go. There's been worse. Hey, mosquitoes won't get to your face that way. I mean, there's always a plus to it somewhere. Thank you so much for coming in.
You're welcome.
We are so proud of those kids, and we're proud of you. Thank you.
And
lady.
Next week, when you drive by the Extension office, you'll be able to see some of our kids that participated. Since we're not having our banquet this year, we always have a banquet, and we have like 100 20 that attend, and a lot of our 4-Hers get recognized for participating in state events. Those that we don't want to leave those out that were able to do some things, and so we're going to be recognizing them next week in some special ways also. So,
well, that sounds fantastic. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Stick around. We got more on Coffee Talk next.
Out of an abundance of caution and in your best interest, public access to the Princeton Electric Plant Board office is restricted. Normal business operations will continue utilizing the drive-through window. Bill payments using online methods, bank drafts, and credit cards are encouraged, but checks and cash will continue to be accepted methods of payment. Utilizing the free online payment system from the comfort of your own home is both safer and more efficient for you. You will only need your account number, which is located on your bill, and a credit card or debit card to use this convenient feature. In an effort to help our community and assist our neighbors during this time of uncertainty, Princeton Electric Plant Board invites customers to call the office if they need additional time to pay their electric bill due to the loss of work. We appreciate our customers and look forward to working through this together.
How do we make America safe? I'm Amy McGrath, and I spent 20 years in the Marines and flew combat missions against terrorists. That's one way to keep us safe. I also believe we need the rule of law here at home. Everyone has the right to protest, and freedom of speech was one of the things I was fighting to protect. But looting and vandalism is a crime and should be fully prosecuted. And violence against police officers can never be tolerated. Mitch McConnell is trying to scare you and tell you I'm something I'm not. But this is what Mitch McConnell always does. He makes things up and divides people. We are in the middle of a very difficult time in our country, and Mitch McConnell's politics don't solve any problems. Whether it's helping us get through COVID, protecting our families, fighting for Kentucky jobs, or ensuring opportunity for every Kentuckian, I'm running for Senate, and I approve this message because as a Marine and a mom, I will always put Kentucky first.
Paid for by Amy McGrath for Senate.
1580, 103.3 WPKY, and of course, Coffee Talk. We're still got the train rolling, and in fact, I've got a young lady on the phone this morning, and as soon as I can hit that button over there, but I've got a young lady on the phone this morning that we think a lot of. How are you, Miss Mandy?
I'm doing good. Thank you for calling me young.
Hey, young at heart, young, it don't matter. You're only as old as you think you are.
That's right.
Now, don't get me wrong. Here lately, I've been waking up a little older every day.
Yes. The cooler weather does that, doesn't it? The joints feel a little bit different.
They do. Miss Mandy, tell them who you work for and what you do, girl.
Well, I am the infection preventionist at Caldwell Medical Center, and I guess I'm here to talk to you guys about our flu shot clinic that we're doing here at the facility, a drive-through.
Now, see, how cool is that? I can just drive through?
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. You can just pull on up and kind of roll down your window, and we'll have access to your arm. Whether you be the driver, it may be left arm. If you're a passenger, it may be right arm. But we can get you that flu shot just as quickly as possible. So we're excited.
Is there anything that I need to remember when I'm getting my flu shot?
Well, just that it's very important that you get a flu shot. In the midst of our pandemic this year with COVID, we don't want to have a really bad flu season. And one of the ways to prevent the spread of flu is to get a vaccination. So, and I just like to remind everybody that we have the inactivated flu vaccine. So you cannot get sick from the flu vaccine that we're offering here at the medical center. So your arm may be a little bit sore, but other than that, you should feel pretty good, and you cannot get sick from receiving it.
Well, I tell you what, I want to remind say that again, because I want to make sure that everybody understands, because that's something that I know people will say later on, oh, well, I got it from that. No, you didn't, because this one is an inactive.
Correct. It's an inactivated virus, and so you cannot get sick from the flu vaccine. Again, you may have a little muscle soreness in that arm that we give that injection in, but really other than that, you should feel pretty good.
Okay, well, now see, that to me makes a lot more sense, because I know that's like the first thing that people will tell me, oh, I don't want to do that because I got sick from it before. I got the flu. But it's impossible.
Right. Correct.
So I think that's wonderful. That is
Yes.
one of the, well, and you know what? We actually had a pretty honest discussion the other day at my house. Of course, it's good when you can do that. You can look at each other. And, of course, we all laugh at each other. Every time somebody sneezes anymore, you all look at them and go, oh, Well, you know what? There's harvest time in Western Kentucky, and allergies didn't go nowhere, and neither did flu. It's still here.
Correct. You're exactly right.
Just because the Rona showed up doesn't mean that it chased off
That all of
everything
that
we
went
always
away.
had.
That's right. Yes, ma'am. And
So-
we would just like to keep people protected from the flu and keep them well and not have them getting sick from the flu on top of the things that we have going on with COVID right now.
No, that makes so much sense. It really does. So what if you are getting sick? I know a lot of us kind of, we equal the flu to, oh my goodness, I'm going to be running to the potty. And that's,
Right.
is that the biggest difference that a lot of people see with the two? And because I know every time you get a scratchy throat, everybody is going to be worried to death.
Right. And actually the flu is a lot of the symptoms that you would have with the flu are the same symptoms that you may experience with COVID, which can make it difficult to, diagnose one from the other. So with the flu, you usually do have, congestion, and it starts with things that you would consider in your head. People say I have that congestion and I'm maybe coughing and I've got some drainage and things like that. So it's not always the stomach things that with the flu. It's a fever and those other congestion and sinus issues, so to speak.
But what if I went and and I got tested? And by the way, they do testing there too.
We do.
Just gotta throw that out there while I'm at it. While you're there, if you've got a question, but they do testing. So is it very easily to test and say, oh, well, you've got the flu, or oh, it's COVID-19?
Yes, we have a separate test for the flu that, here at the hospital or at one of our clinics. We can do a swab and have a result, a rapid flu result as well. Of course, we're not offering rapid flu swabs right now currently, but we do have the capability to do that. It's much like the COVID test, same type of procedure, just a nasal swab and nasopharyngeal swab, and then we have results pretty quickly, and we can know if you have the flu or not.
Well, and I think that just eases your mind, because when you're sick, that's the last thing you want, is to deal with being sick on top of the worry ward of it all. So,
Correct.
How about just getting a flu shot and then we don't have to worry about it?
Yeah. Absolutely. That's absolutely. And we would like to let folks know that we want you to register, just like if you're having a COVID test, kind of the same process. We do have a different telephone number. If they want to receive a flu shot, then we're asking that they call the hospital. The telephone number is 270-365-0333. And I have a wonderful lady by the name of Leslie who will get some demographic information from you. If you have insurance, we will take some insurance information, but the flu shot is free to everyone. If you don't have insurance, you still qualify to receive a flu shot. So we just get some information to get you pre-registered and get you an appointment time, and we'll have you show up in front of the hospital at your designated time. We've actually got 2 lanes going now, Tess. We've got a right lane for COVID testing and a left lane for flu shots.
Look at that! I went out there one day and got to see, how the testing was going, where, you drive through the big, I'll tell you, you guys have got a perfect setup with that big overhang at the front of the hospital, and you go underneath there. We don't have to worry about, is it raining or whatever this time of year, the weather's the weather.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that's perfect.
It's working
too.
out really well, and we've put a tent up for our flu side. So our flu is on the other side of that island, as we call it, and we've got a tent with sides, and so that's keeping our staff protected and from the elements, and it's working out really well. So.
That is so perfect, though, because I'll tell you, the one thing, you say, oh, when I get the flu, it's just horrible. Well, I hear that, some people get COVID and they're, oh, it's horrible. Well, I wouldn't want to have both horribles at the same time. That's all I'm saying.
That's right. But no, we want to stay healthy.
Well, and it'd be my luck. If I got one, I'd get the other.
Yes, ma'am.
That would be my luck. So I'd like
double
to,
whammy.
yeah, because if it only happens to 1 in 10 billion. Well, that's going to be me. I mean, it's going to happen every time. I'm the chick that does the warnings labels on the back of things. That's me. So it's, if I can take a flu shot and get 50% of that out of there, that's what I'm going to do.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
And that's inactive. I want to remind everybody again, this is an inactive flu vaccine.
Correct.
So you're not going to get sick from it. Maybe a little soreness in the arm, but that's about it.
Right. Absolutely.
And that's that high dollar test. It costs how much now?
For the flu?
How much is it going to cost? What? Free?
It is free.
I tricked you for a minute there.
You did.
Well,
There's
it's
not many
free.
things free, nowadays, but it is free.
Well, and everybody, what's the catch? No, there is no catch. All you have to do is drive up in front of the hospital and get the shot.
That's right. Absolutely. We've got wonderful people working out there, and we'll get you in and out real quick, and you'll be on your way.
I know a lot of people was, why do there is no conspiracy behind it. Here's the thought process. If you're not sick and in the hospital with flu, they have more room. And we can't be covered up with flu patients and COVID patients and everything else. So this really and truly is helpful in so many ways.
It is very helpful to us. And yes, with the COVID-19, with the pandemic, and everyone's heard this, that the healthcare systems can get overrun very, very quickly. And so if, we can keep people healthy and keep them out of the facility, that's what we want to do. We're here to help you when you are sick, but we want to get you better and get you out. But we also don't want you to come in because we don't want you to catch anything else while you're here either. And we want to keep you healthy so you don't have to come see us. So the flu shot is one way to keep you healthy and hopefully not end up in the hospital and seeing us. We like to see you, but not here.
Well, and I don't want anybody thinking that I forget how many years he said he had been a nurse. I want to say it was like 32 years when I was there. And he's the one that, was giving the test that morning, the one I was there, kind of looking everything over and seeing what everything was. And I'll tell you, I was impressed by the amount of years of experience. You don't have the volunteers out there doing it that just walked up off the street. These are people that have decades upon decades upon decades of experience.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We sure do. We have lots of folks that have nursing staff, clinical staff. We have some non-clinical staff that are helping us with the clerical work and the paperwork. And everybody's just pitching in and doing a great job. And we're just here for our community, and we just want to keep them safe. So.
Well, Miss Mandy, we sure appreciate you. Let us know how can we get hold of you.
Well, they can call the hospital at 270-365-0333 and talk to Miss Leslie. She'll get you scheduled for a flu shot. We are doing them the remainder of this week, so this evening and then Thursday and Friday evenings. And then next week, October 5th through the 9th, so Monday through Friday, we're doing them as well. Again, same times. We start at 4 o'clock in the afternoon with appointments. And we just ask that they call to do a little bit of that registration up front so that when they get here, it's a pretty fast process and they can be on their way.
So we could do it during our lunch hour, really.
Well, we start in the afternoon at 4 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Well, that'd be an awfully late lunch then, wouldn't it?
It would be a late lunch.
But it's not going to take long. That's the point of it, right? Okay.
Right, correct. It'll be really quick. We'll get everything up front from you when we talk to you on the phone, and then when you drive up, there's just a few things we need you to sign in order to do it, and you're on your way. If you've never had a flu shot before, we will ask you to stick around for about 10 minutes. We'll have you pull in a parking lot or a parking space in our parking lot and just monitor you for a few minutes. Most folks have had a flu shot before, so that's not a problem, but we do want to keep people safe on the roads. If you're driving and you've never had a flu shot, in case you were to have a reaction, which is not common, we do want to keep you safe before you pull off.
We appreciate you so much.
Thanks so much.
You. And of course, again, remind them when that starts.
We have it going on right now. You can come out this evening. We've got lots of openings Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of this week, and then Monday through Friday of next week.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
course, Miss Mandy is with Caldwell Medical Center, and if you'd like to get your flu shot, well, why not? Especially since it's not going to cost you nothing, but just a few minutes of your time. It's 1580 103.3 WPKY.
The voice of Caldwell County. We're 1580 103.3 WPKY Princeton.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. The first debate of the presidential campaign's done. In between interruptions and insults President Trump and Joe Biden say about dealing with the coronavirus pandemic.
He will shut it down again. He will destroy this country. You can't fix the economy until you fix the COVID crisis.
The president says about white supremacist and right-wing militia groups.
Stand back and stand by, but I'll tell you what. Somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left.
Joe Biden denies he wants to defund police departments.
I'm totally opposed to defunding the police officers. As a matter of fact, local police, the only one defunding, and his budget calls for a $400 million cut in local law enforcement assistance. They need more assistance.
There are two more debates scheduled, October 15th and 22nd. Vice President Mike Pence and the Democrats' vice presidential candidate Kamala Harris debate a week from tonight. America's listening to Fox News.
Now, Audible gives you audiobooks, podcasts, Audible originals, and more, all in one place. Whether you want to dive into a series, listen to a popular bestseller, or check out the latest episode of a great new podcast, Audible has you covered. Enjoy genres you love, like motivation, mysteries, and sci-fi. Follow names you know in comedy or true crime podcasts. Or discover the Audible exclusive everyone's talking about, The Sandman. And for a limited time, Prime members get $50 off their first year of Audible Premium Plus membership. Visit audible.com to get started.
Hiring can be challenging, but ZipRecruiter makes it fast and easy. We talked to Monica Starks, who needed to hire for her company, GS Group.
As the owner of a construction company, finding the right people is a very difficult task. So I use ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter finds the right people for your job and actively invites them to apply.
With ZipRecruiter, we've hired everyone from accountants to project managers to field scientists.
And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The Joint is serving up pulled pork, brisket, jumbo wings, ribs, chicken, and more with all the fixings to go with it from their secret family recipes, all at The Joint in Eddyville.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast. Sunshine and breezy conditions with gusts up to 30 miles per hour today, warming up to 76 degrees. Overnight, mostly clear, cooling down to 47. Tomorrow, sunny, warming up to 70 degrees. Thursday night, a mostly clear sky, temperature dipping to 41 degrees. And then Friday, sunny sky, not quite as warm, high around 64. But again, today, sunny sky, breezy conditions with a high around 76.
You can always expect great things at Planters Bank. When we say expect great things, what we're really saying is Planters Bank is here to provide the financial services you need. Planters Bank believes in the strength of our community and is a full-service financial institution. Our employees have a true passion for helping our neighbors, and it shows. See Jake Pepper and the rest of the Planters Bank staff at 208 North Jefferson. Planters Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
In 1950, gas 20 cents a gallon, and WPKY was on the radio. We're celebrating 70 years of community service. 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Like a raindrop, she's got the look. Heavenly bound, cause heaven's got a number when she's spinning me around. Kissing is a color, a loving is a wild dog. She's got the look. She's got the look. She's got the look. She's got the look. What in the world can make a brown-eyed girl turn blue? When everything I'll ever do, I do for you. And I go la 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 la. She's got the look. Fire in the eyes, naked to the bone as a lover's disguise. Banging on the head drum, shaking like a Loving is the ocean, kissing is the wet sand. She's got the look. She's got the look. She's got the look. She's got the look. What in the world can make a brown-eyed girl turn blue? When everything I'll ever do, I do for you. And I go la 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 la. She's got the look. She's a juvenile scam, never was a quitter, tasting like a raindrop. She's got the look. And she goes na 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 na. She's got the look. She's got the look. She's got the look. She's got the look. What in the world can make a brown-eyed girl turn blue? When everything I'll ever do, I do for you. And I go la 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 la. She's got the look. What in the world can make you blue? When everything I'll ever do, I do for you. And I go la 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 la. Na 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 na. She's got the look.
Time flies when you're having fun. I heard somebody say, but if all I've been is fun, then baby let me go. Don't wanna be in your way, and I don't wanna be your second choice. Don't wanna be just your friend. You keep telling me that you're not in love. Wanna throw it all away, but I can't stay away from you. I don't wanna let you go. No, it's killing me, that's true. There's just some things I can't control. Your love is slipping through my hands. Though I've heard it all before. I know you're telling me the truth. No, it's just no use, but I can't stay away from you. Hold on to every bit of hope. That's all I ever do. Hoping you might change your mind and call me up to say how much you need me to. Though you're leaving me no other choice, know it's just no use, but I can't stay away from you. I know you're telling me the truth. I know it's just no use, but I can't stay away from you.
Turning your vehicle into a time machine. 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Been so long since I've seen her face. You said she's doing fine. I still recall a sad cafe. How it hurt so bad to see her cry. I didn't want to say goodbye. Send her my love, memories remain. Send her my love, roses never fade. Send her my love. Same hotel, same old room. I'm on the road again. She needed so much more than I could give. We knew our love could not tell. Broken hearts can always mend. Send her my love, memories remain. Send her my love, roses never fade. Send her my love, calling out her name, I'm dreaming. Reflections of her face I'm seeing. Her voice that keeps on
One, you don't hear